They're going to think their screen's frozen. They can do that forever. If anybody's watching. Welcome to another YouTube live streaming edition of Shoe the Dough, where you get to hear all the mess-ups.
That's right.
That's really the main reason you would want
the unedited version.
Right, exactly. You get to hear the mess-ups and all that kind of stuff. But
and the weird conversations that happen.
Especially today. Oh, my goodness. Random Tandem.
Yeah.
We're really going to do a Random Tandem.
That's the plan. The plan right now is
live, where people can actually watch it happen.
Right. Including any sort of bloopers or nose picking.
Oh, yeah. Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down the best podcast you've ever seen.
I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, exactly. So we tell stories first, right?
Well,
is that what we do?
That's what we did last time, but is that random to plan it?
I think that's what it is. I think no. I think that's random. It's just random stories. They don't have anything to do with anything in particular. It's just Random Tandem.
So.
But first, we've got to shoe the dough.
Okay.
You want to shoe the dough?
I'm ready to shoe the dough. Are you
okay.
Ready to shoe the dough?
I am not ready to shoe this dough.
Oh, really?
I am not ready to shoe this dough.
You've never said that before. Why?
I know. I don't know. I'm just not ready. Give me a second. Okay, I'm ready to shoe the dough. Now I'm ready.
What did you have to do to become prepared to shoe the dough?
I had to process things. I had to clear my brain, clear the palate.
Right.
You know, it's like a fine wine tasting, so I've heard. You know, you've got to clear the palate between each. Is that right? Am I getting that right? I've never had a drop of alcohol in my life, so I have no clue about this. You, on the other hand,
I have had a drop of alcohol.
Have you done wine tasting?
I haven't done it. No.
No?
I don't think so. There was like
I've heard there's cheese.
There usually is cheese. I've been to an exchange party that had like wine and cheese tasting, but it wasn't like just a.
Are there crackers?
Yeah.
I do like crackers.
So you would just show up to the wine tasting
I would just have some cheese and crackers. Hey, I'm here for the cheese and cracker party.
Who is this guy?
Can I have some cheese and crackers?
Yeah, no.
No. Okay, fine. So we're gonna tell some stories.
Okay.
It is Random Tandem week at Shoe the Dough. So Danae, why don't you start us off? Tell us about something that's happened in your life.
In my life.
Recently would be fine, or a long time ago, whatever you decide.
Okay.
Tell us a Danae story.
When I was in the 8th grade, my brother, well, I guess I should start off by saying that I had a problem with authority.
Really?
Yes.
Past tense? Never mind. Just continue on. Just continue on.
I think my problem with authority is pretty much under control now.
Do you?
I did have to go on a side thing and think about that. I think it's pretty much in control.
So what kind of authority problem did this entail?
Well, I had quite a few problems in school, and so it resulted in me basically not being able to have a class during a specific period of my middle school year.
Okay.
And so the only solution to the problem was for me to work for the school in the school cafeteria.
Okay.
So, which was great because I didn't have to...
No, wait, I missed something somewhere. Why do you have to work for the school?
Because they had nothing to do with me for like this period of time. This whole block of a day, every day, I had nowhere to go because...
Because you didn't want to take classes, or you just didn't have any classes to take?
I didn't want to take classes, and teachers didn't want me in their class.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Very well.
Although I'm sure they probably would have, like, made an exception for me and everything, but I was just...
But this was a mutual arrangement.
Yeah, I
don't like you, you don't like me. Let's not have class together.
With me. So I got to work for the school, and I got paid to do it.
What?
I did. I got like a $96 check I don't even remember how. I paid my parents.
When you're in 8th grade?
In 8th grade. So I went down to...
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was awesing.
So basically they paid you not to bother their teachers.
I think so. Yeah. Now that I'm an adult looking back, I'm pretty sure that was part of the thing.
What a progressive school system you went to.
It was awesome. So, but during that period, I worked in the cafeteria. So my job was to go into the little lunch area and then go into the kitchen and then help them with the dishes and stuff. So they'd go through the big steaming clean machine. When they came out, I'd like shake the trays.
I did that. I was a dishwasher.
You shook the trays too?
Yeah, I shook the trays, yeah. Well, they weren't they were dishes in my case, but yeah, I know the machine you're talking about.
Other dishes, I shook those.
Yeah.
They came through in the big pallet. And
yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, I totally did that every day.
Awesome.
And then the trays I would stack up onto a cart and I'd push it out into the lunchroom and I'd refill the trays or whatever. Which, by the way, lunch ladies are cool. The lunch ladies that I worked with, they were so nice. And we became friends, and like we eventually did the can together. It was really great.
I'm sorry, what? You eventually did what?
The can, the dance.
I've heard, yes.
Yeah, well, I convinced them.
The French dance, where you fling your skirt around and kick your legs.
We didn't wear skirts. We just
okay.
the legs. So yeah, I convinced them it was a great idea. So we all got into a big line into the can. It was awesome.
Like the Rockettes?
Like the
Rockettes.
Rockettes.
Like the Rockette kind of thing?
I wanted to be a Rockette, but my legs are too short. I am too short. You have to be like a specific height.
I bet I'm tall enough.
Probably too tall.
Also, probably a dude would eliminate me. I'm just guessing. Once again, gender issues.
Yeah, you can only fake that for so long.
So many things I can't do because I'm a man.
Yeah,
it's really frustrating. This world is built for women, and there's so many things. I'm just going to stop now. Go ahead.
I have no argument for that. Like, I don't even want to go in that either. I don't want to step in that.
No, you're right to not.
Yeah.
So continue on. What happened?
Okay. So one day, my brother had his lunch hour the same as I had my working as a cafeteria hour.
So your brother is in lunch. You're
he's
working.
He's 1 grade younger than I am.
He's in 7th grade. You're in 8th grade. Okay.
And so he's having his lunch, and so I was out and I was delivering all the trays.
Okay.
And I turn around, and my brother at the time was really scrawny, and he got picked on. He wore big glasses and stuff. And there was this kid that, like, all of a sudden all I really remember, this is like piecing together many stories because I kind of black out here in a second from rage. Because I see this kid take my brother and throw him onto the ground, take his tray, push it onto the ground, and sit down where he was sitting.
Whoa.
It was serious.
That's bullet. That's just like major bullying.
I come to here in a little bit, but what I don't remember is how it got to him. So apparently, like, ran with the tray cart, like, and threw it off to the side. And he was a big kid.
Okay. Big 7th grader.
I pick him up into the air and throw him on top of the table, on top of the trays, jump on top of the table, and kneel over the top of him and get right in his face. And this is about whenever I start to come back or whatever. I'm just like, if you ever touch my brother again, I'm like threatening him, right? So the story goes that he actually peed his pants. And that was the end of my brother being teased.
Also maybe the end of your job?
No,
I don't know.
No.
What?
All the teachers turned their eye because he was like a bully of the whole entire school.
So it was kind of like, you know what, go for it.
I guess so, because I didn't get in trouble or anything.
Did you get a raise?
I did. Nope.
Okay.
But my brother did come to me after that and said that he wanted to solve his own problems from then on.
I wondered about. I was gonna ask you.
Hi, Ben.
I was gonna ask you about that because that's got to be a little weird for a brother to have their sister, who, by the way, is only a grade ahead of them, have to come to the defense like that.
Well, I didn't really have to.
Well, okay, fair
to.
enough. But either way, that would be a little bit
also,
like emasculating.
I guess maybe it was. Well, I think
well,
it
he
was.
came to you and told you that it was.
And I never like stepped in on his behalf again. And all of his guy friends had a super crush on me for a while because I was
because you were so rough and tough.
I was so rough and tough and whatever.
Or because you were working in the cafeteria and you were rocking the hairnet.
Cool, even back then. I didn't have to wear a hairnet. That's my story. What's your story?
Okay, so we're telling 8th grade stories, huh?
Yep, 8th grade stories.
I guess I can do that. Actually, this isn't 8th grade. What was 8th grade for me? 8th grade was a great year for me because I moved to a new school, and so I was like fresh meat to all the girls, and so I was very popular in 8th grade. I was like, and it was a new experience to me because I was such a nerd and a geek growing up, and I was the kid at cafeteria, speaking of cafeteria, that would always like eat everybody's leftovers and like, hey, you gonna finish that? And
really?
Yeah, I was just that.
Oh.
I know, right? But it was food and it was good. I thought. I loved the cardboard pizza. What can I say? It was, you know.
You ate people's scraps at lunch?
I did. Yeah. I may have even stood by, like, you know, the line where you take.
No. Oh, no.
I have stood there and said, oh, you don't want to throw that away. So you can see why maybe I was a little bit of an outcast. You know.
And then you switched schools.
Then I switched schools and I played basketball. You know, I was starting to get into sports. and I was extremely popular. Well, I'm coming from a situation where I don't, no girl has shown me really any interest whatsoever. Plus, we're transitioning into adolescence here. And now I'm going to new school, and all the girls are showing me attention. And I shouldn't say all.
Every one of them.
But I was getting attention. I did not keep a ledger, possibly in my brain, but never on paper.
Not official. Nothing can be found.
So when girls would say, "Hey, do you want to go out with me?" A, I didn't know what that meant, and B, why would I say no? So I ended up having lots of girlfriends at the same time in 8th grade. That was kind of my 8th grade year, was realizing as the year went on that you're not supposed to do that, I guess.
But you didn't know.
I was so naive. I had girlfriends at church and girlfriends at school and girlfriends on vacation, and I mean I was, what is it called, a player? Is that what?
You were an 8th grade player.
I guess. I don't know. But that was kind of my 8th grade year. I do remember one specific time holding hands with two different girls, one on either side of me.
Are you sure this is the story you want to share?
No, probably not.
Too late now.
At least we're not streaming it live over the internet.
No, there's no chance it's gonna ever get out.
That would be bad news if that had happened. Also, I may.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. It may have been one of those situations where they found out about each other.
How could they not? They would have had to just lean forward and look.
No, and that's what thinking back. And I'm remembering now there was a lot of anger involved and I could not for the life of me understand what the problem was.
You were just totally naive to it.
I had no. I'm like, what's the deal here? She wants to hold my hand. You want to hold my hand? I've got two of them.
Let's share.
What is the issue here?
That's probably the only thing that makes that okay.
Is what?
That you were naive.
Does that make it okay?
Yeah, I mean, because you didn't know.
Ignorance is bliss.
I don't know if that's the same.
I just know it's all. It's no excuse as far as like the law is concerned. Like if you don't know the law.
Well, once you find out and then you keep doing it, that's a problem.
There's part of me that says, look, that's kind of. I mean, what are we really doing? Why do relationships have to be singular that early?
Well, I don't think that relationships exist on a mature level that early.
Well, that's a good point as well.
There's no real
point of reference. It should just be friendships.
Yeah, and that's really what it is.
What was I doing holding hands with girls as an 8th grader?
You were just doing, you were just holding.
I was like, ooh, that feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, and this is kind of switching into a serious topic.
Ooh, let's do it.
But it's kind of like how sin is, like, sometimes you really just don't understand that what you're doing is wrong until you have a revelation or somebody reveals something to you or just something happens, and then you're like, oh, that's wrong, and then you have a choice to make.
I don't think that makes it okay, though. Like, I think you're still held responsible for the consequences of what you do, whether you know it's wrong or not, aren't you?
I don't know. I'm not God.
Hold on. Just checked. I'm not either. So I guess. Hold on. Yeah, neither one of us. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it in his ballpark. But yeah, I think you're still responsible for your mistakes, even if you didn't know you were making them. But I guess I'm saying I don't know that I was making mistakes necessarily. To those girls, I guess they probably thought I was, but.
Well, they might have, but you didn't know.
Yeah. So by 9th grade, by my freshman year in high school, I sort of understood exactly how this was supposed to work, and so I only had, like you'd count on one hand the number of girlfriends I had by my freshman year. And then by my sophomore year, just one or two.
I think the word has switched from Leia to dog. You are a dog.
Oh, come on.
That's not cool, man.
Well,
two-timer. Oh, there's no way around this. Two-timer. You were 3, 4, 5-timer.
I was playing the field. I was exploring my options. I was a dog.
Wrong.
Yes, I was a dog. Yes, that's probably fair. Bark, bark, ruff, ruff.
Oh.
Okay, I won't do that again.
I think it's just the time. Out of nowhere.
Okay, so story time's over. Unless you want to tell another 8th grade story. No?
I mean, I have 8th grade stories.
No, that's all right. We'll do one story. We'll save those.
I'll write it down.
We'll do one story each.
So I don't forget.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Write it down. We'll wait.
Just hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, I'm done.
Oh, hi, Danae.
Oh, hi, Aaron.
How are you doing?
Well, you know, I'm good. I just had to take a quick moment and write something down.
Oh, okay. I hadn't noticed. So, a couple stories. Now we get to play a game. Are we going to play the one-word story game again?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Do we have to do it, do we have to decide on a theme before we play the game, or we just start the story?
Time, did we?
No. Who started last time?
I don't remember. I think you did.
Once
there
was
a
chicken.
This sounds like the other one we did.
Yeah, you want to start over?
No.
Once there was a chicken. Okay.
On
the
3rd
time
through
the
carriage
ride
it
decided
to
pleasantly
excuse
itself
from
the
3rd
row It's a big carriage.
It's a huge carriage.
It's a passenger van carriage.
Okay. Excuse me for the 3rd row. To
the
first
row.
This
was
very
convenient
for
the
platypus.
No more platypus.
I can't help it. It just popped into my head. At first, supposed to do with the first thing that pops in my head. That's what.
Doesn't have to be the first thing that pops in your head.
Oh.
Just tell a good
That's
story.
how I've been. That's tell a good story.
That's right.
Do we have to take off platypus?
Yes, we're taking off platypus. I vetoed platypus.
I forget that I have the veto power.
Mm-hmm. Convenient for the
limo.
We're in a limo now?
This is
No, that's
why
fine. This is fine. This is fine. Because
the
limo
had
only
just
started
to
break.
To break?
Yeah.
Apart.
Yes.
It's convenient.
It was convenient because the limo had started to break apart.
The carriage limo.
Yes.
The
passenger van
the
carriage.
passenger van carriage limo.
It's convenient. So
when
the
debris
started
exploding,
all
creatures
decided
they
should
there's so many options.
pick one.
Leap
Into
the
nest.
Is it a flying limo?
They leaped into the nest.
The
Creatures
were
not
carrying.
Carrying? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
The
Secret.
very.
Secretly.
Because
They
kept
pointing
at
their
chicken
which
pointed
at
The
Stop. This is terrible.
Of
The
mind. At the top of the mind.
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
All right, let's reset the story.
Oh my goodness.
So far, there's a chicken
Mm-hmm.
that moved from the third row in this carriage to the front row.
Right.
Because that would be convenient because the carriage was breaking apart. And then all the creatures,
they left into a nest.
They left into a nest because they couldn't keep a secret.
No, because the secrets were...
Because they kept pointing
to the chicken.
To the chicken
who was pointing
on the top
to the top of their...
Which pointed to the top of the mind. Right. Which is like, this is on the top of my mind, so now it's not a secret. Because everybody knows. See, it makes perfect sense. I don't know what your problem with this is.
Oh.
So all these creature friends can't keep a secret. Okay, that's where we're at. Give me the next word.
Suddenly.
There
were
sharks.
Attached.
To.
Strings.
So.
High.
In.
The.
Air.
That.
These.
Animals.
Could. Believe.
What?
They.
Were.
Seeing.
Hmm.
What's your word?
Thankfully.
The.
Ostrich.
Had.
Scissors.
And.
Cut.
The.
String.
So.
The.
Sharks.
Fell.
From.
The.
Sky.
Into.
The.
Carriage.
The.
Carriage.
Now.
On.
Fire.
Yeah. It sure is on fire. Turned.
Into.
A.
Sharkacue.
Which
is.
A.
Shark.
Far.
The. Exactly.
The.
End. See?
It got somewhere.
It got somewhere.
I don't know.
We all enjoy a good sharkacue.
I love sharkacue.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have actually eaten shark.
Yeah.
I have never spoken with someone who's eaten shark.
Yeah, you have. Like for the last 30 minutes.
If you're talking about my invisible friend, that conversation was supposed to be private.
Well, then possibly you should have kept it private. No, I've eaten shark. You never had shark?
No. Unless it was in tuna.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. I don't know.
Sometimes whenever I open a can of tuna, I start thinking about all the dolphins that could have died, and then I also start thinking about what the tuna looks like. The little fishy face and how it doesn't live anymore. And sometimes I do that when I eat burgers too.
You think about the cow?
Yeah, and I feel really bad until I bite into it. Then I'm like, cow, thank you for.
You can put some pig on that cow too, and it's really good. Like a bacon cheeseburger. And then you can be sad for all sorts of different species at the same time.
I know.
Do you ever think of how cruel a chicken omelet would be?
What? Explain yourself.
How cruel a chicken omelet would be. You kill the chicken, tear it to pieces, and then you wrap it in its own unmade baby.
No, I don't think about that, but now I will.
Yeah.
Man, way to ruin another meal for me.
No problem. So, should we ever play that game again?
I think so.
I think it's a fun game.
I think so.
All right. How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't know.
We should say thank you.
Oh.
Unless we're not done. Unless you got something else to say. I wonder if anybody's actually watching this.
I highly doubt it.
Text me at 828-414-1410. And I will read your text right now. 828-414-1410. 0, and I will read whatever you text to me.
Oh, this is going to be brilliant.
Well, within reason. Within reason.
Within reason.
I have to have editing capabilities.
We do have veto power. It is our show.
Okay, nobody's watching.
It is our Shoe the Dough show.
Nobody's texting.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Shoe the Dough. If you didn't know this already, you could actually watch our full version on YouTube, on our YouTube page, because we live streamed it.
My pocket just vibrated.
Oh, do you think someone's really watching?
Hold on, just a second.
Oh no, this is a very Who is it?
I have to read what they texted. I am a big, goofy loser. Well, I'm sure they're talking about themselves, not me, right? I mean, they texted it, right?
Right.
That's from Andy.
Andy!
Hi, Andy!
What's up, dude?
Oh, wait, I've got another text.
Really?
There's more than one person.
Oh.
No, that was the only one.
You got 2?
It's an audience of 1.
Man, you know what? We still have an audience.
I know, right?
That kind of makes me feel like...
So, Andy, what do you think so far? What did you think of the live stream? And then it takes a few seconds.
Now we gotta wait for Andy.
You can keep saying the thank yous.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
You can listen to us by subscribing on iTunes and leaving a comment and rating us, because if you don't, then Aaron will cry.
I'll probably cry anyway at some point, but yeah.
Do you cry a lot?
I do. I do cry a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to cry right now.
Okay, I'm ready. I can get Kleenex.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You
I'm
just
gonna hold it.
slow
I'm
down.
hold it in. Mm-mm. Nope.
Not running down your face.
Yep. Here's my text.
Oh.
He says, no, I'm talking about me. So he was calling himself a big goofy loser, which that isn't nice either.
That's not very nice.
And he says it's fun, but he wants to play the story game.
Ooh. See, we should come up with a way for interaction. That'd be super fun.
That would be super fun.
How are we going to do that?
I don't know.
We'd have to do like a live chat.
Yeah, something like that. We'll have to give some
Good
thought to
thought,
that.
Andy.
Yeah.
We'll take your advice.
That would be fun.
Think about that. How to make that work.
Okay, finish up the thank yous.
Thanks to Chris Tilley of Hazard Records for recording our intro and outro song for us, and 88.3 The Wind in the studio, because that's where we're sitting right now. And without them, we would be sitting out in the parking lot.
And thanks to Google for their Hangouts, which allow us to stream this live on YouTube. We plan on streaming every Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Central Time, I should say, yes. 1 o'clock Central Time, Monday and Wednesday is when we do our podcast recording, and it really is a way, it's behind the curtain. I mean, like way behind the curtain.
Yeah, I mean, you get to hear all the bloopers, all the weird stuff.
Yeah, all the awkward silences and stuff that we edit out of the regular podcast.
Noises that we make, all that stuff.
And maybe be interactive.
Yeah.
Who knows? That can happen as well.
Do if you have any feedback also. Aaron and Danae at gmail.com or shoethedough@gmail.com.
Either one will get to us, but thank you for listening/watching, right?
That's right. Thank you.
Oh, wait, look. Thank you.